Okay, so last time we started building our test suite with JUnit, and I said I was going to talk about the test statement piece, which was the more complicated piece. Before I do that, though, I just for completeness, I threw in the some assert equals for the test get rental. Okay, so earlier when we loaded up the rentals, we said, add rental, rental 1, add rental 2, add rental 3. So add rental is throwing all these rental objects into a collection one at a time. So this is going to be item 0, item 1, item 2, item 3, and item 4. Okay, so so that's the test I did here. You can probably already start to see that you in order to build a good test, you really have to understand what the code is doing. But that becomes even more the case when you start getting into these more complicated methods like this test statement method, which we're going to try and fix in a little bit. And in fact, you see right in here this system.out.println statement that I stuck in just to make sure that I understood what was going on. So what I did was I put in some comments on how these charges should work. So if you look at so these are all the different rentals, right? The Alex Cross, the Frankenweenie, the Looper, Hotel Transylvania, and the Perks of Being a Wallflower, okay? But they all have different, price codes and days rented and all that jazz. So let's look at Alex Cross. Remember, Alex Cross was a new release, and it was rented for 7 days. Okay, so let's just verify that up here. Alex Cross, new release, and rented for 7 days. Okay, so let's go back to customer and look at what that means. Okay, if we so the statement loops through all the rentals and it says, okay, if we have a new release, right, then however many days it's rented for, we just multiply that by 3, and that's the amount. So it would be 7 times 3 would be 21. So that'd be $21. Yeah, these are not very realistic prices, but you get the gist. So then, so that would give us, $21. And then also we have these frequent renter points because it's we automatically get 1 added to the frequent renter points. What's that start out? Okay, so that starts out at 0, right, up here. And then that first time through with that new release, we get, when we process that new release, we get 1 point just because for any thing that gets rented. And then we get, because it's a new release and it was rented for more than 1 day, we get an extra point for that. Okay. Let's see what else. So for each of those, and this is a good exercise for you to do too, just to follow the logic. For each of those, I went and calculated out, and when I created my, my test cases, my different, when I created the movies and the rentals, I had in mind that I wanted to go through each possibility here. I wanted to go through, each of these cases, so each different price code, and I wanted to, either pass or fail the test here for the if statements. Okay. And in fact, I don't know if I checked for this condition here, but anyway, what you want to do is check for every single condition so that when your test comes out, it comes out correctly. And notice you're using these values to build this string. Okay, so that's your result, is that long string. So what I did was I figured out what my string should be. Okay, so I figured out my the cost for each video. Okay, so let's see. So Alex Cross was $21. Frank and Weenie came out to $12. Looper came out to $3.50. Perks of Being a Wallflower came out to $2. Okay, and then the total, right? And I figured out the frequent renter points was going to be 1 for each rental plus an extra 1 for the Alex Cross new release. Okay. And so that enabled me to put together my whole string for the list, my whole string that was a result of the statement, and that needed to match customer.statement. Okay, so now we can run test, and it should run all 4 tests, and if we did it right, then they all passed. Yep, and it says all 4 tests passed. And in here again, notice because I stuck this println in here, we get in addition to the add rental, get name statement, we get the whole statement typed out. Okay. So now our tests are in place, and we're ready to actually do the next stage of refactoring, which is making code changes that clarify what's going on without changing behavior, the behavior of the program.